She spoilt me because she was very bold and used to speak all sorts of things openly and loudly, and I just wanted to copy her. Ismat Chughtai spoke these words while talking about someone who inspired her writing. This person was a trained gynecologist but was most known for her one-of-a-kind raw writings on the plight of women. She was a doctor and also the literary forerunner of writers like Chughtai. Today we are talking about the life and work of Rashid Jahan, the free-thinking feminist writer and doctor of the 20th century. Rashid Jahan was born in 1905 in Aligarh to Sheikh Abdullah and Begum Wahid Jahan. Her father established the Women's College in Aligarh Muslim University and was the leading pioneer of women's education in India. He also ran the Urdu literary journal Khatoon, which promoted women's emancipation and education. Rashid Jahan's early education started in Women's College in Aligarh. In 1921, she left Aligarh to join the Isabella Thoburn College in Lucknow, earning a degree in inter-science. Jahan wrote her first short stories for the Chandbagh Chronicle, a publication of the college. 3 years later, in 1924, Jahan moved to Lady Hardinge Medical College in Delhi to study obstetrics and gynecology. Even during her years as a medical student, she organized literary classes and arranged free medical clinics for marginalized women. After graduating with an MBBS in 1929, Jahan joined the United Provinces Provincial Medical Service and was posted to smaller towns across North India. Rashid Jahan was one of the foremost feminists of the 20th century, carving out a space for women to talk about issues that deeply shape their life, like religion, science, their bodies, sexuality, and modernity. In 1931, when Jahan was posted in the Lady Dufferin Hospital in Lucknow, she met Sajjad Zahir, Ahmad Ali, and Mahmoud Zafar. The following year, the Quartet published Angare, a collection of short stories criticizing the hypocrisies of Islamic orthodoxy and the British Raj. The publication of the stories garnered huge controversy but also paved the way for a new era of Urdu literature. In 1933, Jahan officially joined the Communist Party of India and became a leading party figure in the United Provinces, adopting the name Comrade Rashid Jahan. She married her collaborator and noted communist Mahmoud Zafar in 1934. In 1935 and 36, Jahan was involved in the founding of the Progressive Writers' Association and organizing the first Progressive Writers' Conference in Lucknow. She resigned from the United Provinces Medical Service and moved to Dehradun, where she continued to work as a gynecologist and as the editor of the communist newspaper cum literary journal Chingari. In 1937, she published a collection of plays and short stories titled Aurat. She criticized the social setup, patriarchy, and Muslim culture through her writings, questioning concepts of body, sexuality, public spaces, and women. One of her most acclaimed short stories is Dilli Ki Sair, which gives a simple account of how women cannot occupy public spaces and how the male gaze penetrates even through the confines of the burqa. Jahan's political, literary, and medical careers often intersected through her life as she pursued several feminist and social agendas. She offered women's health care to marginalized communities, educated women in reproductive health and marital rape, ran her own gynecological practice, participated in trade union rallies and protest marches, and authored and orchestrated political street theatre. Rashid Jahan's work was reflective of the turbulent time she was witness to and is also a great sociological analysis of the spaces women occupy. She used literature as an instrument of social reform and wrote about issues that were untouched by male or female writers at that time. In 1952, Jahan and her husband traveled to the erstwhile Soviet Union to seek treatment for her uterine cancer. She was admitted to the Kremlin hospital but passed away on 29 July 1952. Despite having written extensively in the early 20th century, her work continues to ring true even in contemporary times. Rashid Jahan's exceptional contribution towards building the South Asian women's movement and modern literature cannot be forgotten.